Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Miami Star Tarot, Natalia Roos. I am doing a pick a card. I'm just going to scoot everything over. And I have three piles here. I have pile number 1, which is my Tarot Mucha. And it also has a stone on each one. And the stone on the Tarot Mucha is the Peacock stone, and it brings happiness and joy, and it channels happiness by uplifting your spirits. The next pile, pile number 2, is the Everyday Tarot card with the Tiger Eye. And Tiger Eye stone brings good luck, and it unclouds emotions to help you deal with things very objectively. Okay, so we have that stone there. And the last one is the Legacy of the Divine Tarot. And with that, I have a piece of orange selenite. And the orange selenite is a powerful manifester. So it really helps you with those manifestations and giving you the power and the clarity to do it. Okay. I am testing a new camera, so I'm hoping that if there are some things that aren't as great, it's just letting you know why it's like that. Okay, so anywho, you have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I would like for you to take a moment to decide which pile you want. I will be reading each pile individually. I will be doing a 6-card spread for this, and we will just kind of check out what your future looks like with the person that you have in mind. And it's a fairly new spread for me, so I hope that it works really well. I think it will. And it's a 6-card spread, and we will see how things are right now. Then we'll take a look at you, take a look at them, take a look at the obstacles, the best approach, and the possible future is how we're going to read that. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. I hope you chose. I'm going to get started with pile number 1, which is the Tarot Mucha cards and the Peacock stone. All right, I will set that one there for luck, and I will scoot the other 2 out of the way, and then we are left with just our Peacock stone. I am going to go ahead, Peacock stone and our Tarot Mucha cards. So this is for pile number 1. What is going on? What can you look forward to? And what can you do, I think, about it if there are obstacles, which, I think there's obstacles in most relationships. So this is for pile number 1. Pile number 1. What does this person in your life, your person of interest, what does it look like as far as your relationship? Pile number 1. It's been a while since I've used these tarot cards, so I do want to make sure that I get a good shuffle. Okay, so pile number 1 and your person. Pile number 1 and your person. Let's do one good one. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut the cards. I will do, so right now, I'm going to move that. That is the right now position. You, them, obstacle, make sure I have this going the right way. I need to make sure the obstacle, the best approach. Trying to get it in all of it in the camera. Best approach. And the future, what the future looks like. All right, sorry, I'm going to do a quick adjustment just to make sure we get all the cards in. All right. And it's basically just, I think, looking like this. All right, got them in. They're all in there. All right, here we go. All right, so in the position right now things are at a beginning stage with you guys. And I feel like the meeting that you had is fairly straightforward and fairly like you can count on this being a good beginning, a good start to your connection. It is not a connection that was flighty. It's not something, it's not like, I mean, it could have been a one-night stand. I don't know that, but most likely, even if it was, it doesn't feel that way. Okay, so there is a pretty good connection between you two. Okay, there is, I think, potential for things to go somewhere in this connection that you have with this person. If things have not started yet, there is the potential for things to start. Okay, so with this Ace of Pentacles, there is definitely potential for a strong beginning. And when I say strong beginning, I mean for the base to be more than just maybe a sexual encounter, more than something quick, like a quick little fling. There's potential for something a little bit more, more deeper than that. All right. So where you are right now, and you have the Six of Cups, this person to you, based on this card right here, really feels like either you know them, you've probably, for some of you, you probably already knew them from the past. It could also be an ex, or it could simply just be someone that you feel very familiar with, very comfortable with. This person makes you feel like you have known them a very long time. All right, so if it's a new connection, then that's just the way they make you feel, kind of like home, like you've known them before, something very familiar about them. If not, for some of you guys, this is definitely someone coming back from your past, whether it's an ex or someone that you've known for a long, long time. Okay, so that's kind of where you are right now, and you're feeling, I think, very comfortable. This person brings you comfort. They're very soothing to you for some reason. Okay, so I feel that you want this connection to go deeper because you do have those feelings of finding comfort in them. They have the King of Wands. So this person, I think, is feeling somewhat similar as well. They're very passionate, very into you. So that is definitely something that is very strong, a strong connection with this King of Wands. This person is definitely feeling they're very excited at the prospects of, I think, going a little bit further than what's going on right now with you. The way they feel about you, they feel that you're a very exciting person. They feel that you are very sexy. It's also the feeling of the wands and God, I can't talk. Wands bring a lot of passionate energy to a reading. There's a lot of lust involved in this card, in the suit, the wands. So yeah, this person finds you very, very attractive, both physically, especially physically with the wands, but also mentally, and they feel connected to you in that way, and they want to pursue this. You got a king, and that just really, I think, emphasizes the strength of this connection on their side of things. All right. So pile one, they feel a very deep connection to you too. They feel very passionate about it. They are excited about this. They think about you like at night before they go to bed. You are crossing their minds. When they get up in the morning, they are thinking about you as well. And they are very, very excited to talk to you, to get to know you. And they definitely want to get to know you better. Okay. So pile number one, I think that is an excellent card to get as far as like where they are with this whole connection. They are very, very much into you. All right. And I don't want to say they're more into you, but I think for some of you, pile one, they may be a little more into you at this point than you are into them. Like, just keep that in mind that they really are into you. All right. So what is the obstacle? So sorry, I need to get a drink. The obstacle is the Justice card. Okay. So I feel like the Justice card can bring a couple things into this mix, into this recipe here. All right. There's no doubt that both of you guys want each other and both of you guys want to pursue this. And you have the, the Ace of Pentacles, which is excellent, pile number one. But the Justice can bring a couple things here into the picture. One, it could mean that you or they are not available completely or at all. So this connection might be based on a third party situation for some of you guys. It could also tell of there is like an imbalance of power within your relationship. Like there is something that just doesn't seem as easy to get to. For example, it could be your boss, or it could be someone that's quite a bit older than you, which feels in some ways not wrong, but it feels like there's an obstacle. There's some level of maybe taboo in it as well for some of you guys. Okay. Now, if this is resonating with you, just think of what that could mean. Again, it could just be that one or both of you guys are not as available as you should be. And if you're unsure about that being the case, you might want to investigate a little bit, because that could be the case if you're not finding out anything else. There is some kind of a taboo, unavailability, possible not in the best position for this connection to be very easily started. Okay, so I want you to take a look at that and think about that pile number one. Okay. I don't think there's any kind of weird, like they're not in jail or anything like that with this Justice card. It just simply means that there is some obstacle, which obviously this is the obstacle card, that will not allow this to come together as smoothly as you want it to. It could be simply that there is an ex that can't seem to let go and you will have to deal with them. Okay, so that's kind of what the obstacle is for you, pile one. So keep your eyes open for that and understand that there may be some if things aren't taken off the way you want them to, that could be the reason why. All right, in position number 5 right here, the best approach. And it's kind of interesting because for the best approach, you got the Moon card. And the Moon card is it's a highly intuitive, highly sexual, kind of a lusty, hiding things, sneaking, under the light of the moon versus being out in the open in the sun. The best approach right now, and when I put all that together, considering what I just read here, when I put all that together, what I'm really getting is that maybe right now it is best that you guys keep this to yourselves versus announcing your connection to the world. Like right now, it's whatever is going on between you two, I feel that it's best that it's left in the shadows. Okay. And if you guys want to pursue this, pursue it in more of a private setting. Now, I hate saying that if this is going to be a third party kind of situation, but it's the best approach right now if you're insistent on doing what you want to do. Okay. Especially if there is a situation where you're not supposed to be with this person for whatever reason it is, or it's going to kind of look a little weird. I mean, it could also even be something like, and I hate throwing the justice in there, but it could be justice in someone else's head, not necessarily my opinion. But if it's like a same sex kind of situation and you're just unsure about how you want to pursue this, as of right now, and the reason why this is the best approach, it's not because of what really is the best approach for an opinion of mine or anybody else, but maybe until you guys can get yourselves in a better place or more prepared. Okay. Could simply be if let's say you already have a girlfriend or you already have a boyfriend, try to keep this under control, under wraps, in the dark and the shadows, until you can figure out how to approach it the best way possible, where you are, I think you have more chances of success. Now there is a possibility for a good beginning. There is a possibility to start something real. Okay. So I'm not saying that it's not, even with the Justice card, but the point is just try to make things, try to make sure that when this comes out in the open, you are both in the position where it's the best timing, I guess. The timing should be very important. Okay. All right. And then finally, what is the future? And the future, you have 5 of Cups. And this is one of those kind of cards that you kind of don't want to see, because it brings about like kind of bad feelings, or seeing the negative in situations when you don't want to see the negative. But the negative, I think, like if you look, you will see that there are 3 cups that are downturned, and then there are 2 cups that are turned up. I feel in this connection, there is a possibility. There's a lot of like sticks and wands, which kind of gives it more of like that passionate, that deep, really, it's not emotional, but it is passionate feeling that I think things can look negative if that is all that you're focused on. I think this connection has the potential to be a very passionate one, and where emotions, I think, can get a little bit in the way. And some of it could be due to the fact that, as I mentioned before with the Justice card, is the timing has to be correct. And if you guys are not willing to wait for the right time, things could get a little too emotional, and things can start looking and feeling hard. And it could cause some emotions to kind of start getting in the way. All right, pile 1. So timing is the key here. All right. So I am going to go ahead and get started with pile number 2. So let's go ahead and get rid of these. Let's start with pile 2. All right, so pile 1, that is your read. We are finished. Let's bring in pile number 2. Pile number 2 is the Tiger Eye, which I will set over here for some energies. It's Tiger Eye, and it is the Everyday Tarot. Okay, so we are starting on pile number 2. Oh, look at all that. Just flying all over the place. And these are, I have a lot of reversed in here, and I only like to keep the reverses if they're just more or less natural and not overwhelmingly reversed. All right, so pile number 2, let's get some energy here, get these cards charged. Let's see what's going on with pile number 2 with your connection. I'm not taking the flyers. It's been a while since I've used these as well. These are really small, but I really like them. They're not too tiny though. Ooh. All right, so we're going to start with right now. And I'm not doing the underlying energy. I don't know why I put that there. Just taking up space. All right, here we go. Pile number 2. This is right now. King of Cups. That's a nice card, actually. I do like that one. All right, you. These are smaller, so I can bring them in closer. Them. The obstacle. Best approach. And the future. I like your future. You got a really nice future here. Okay, here we go. I will set these aside. Pile number 2 with your tiger eye. Where are you right now? Where are things right now? A lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, very, very strong feelings, okay? Which King of Cups is, I think, the strongest love energy there is in all the deck aside. It is the strongest love energy. The King of Kings, which is the, why can I say it? The Emperor doesn't feel, this is the one that you want. If you want someone to love you, it's the one you want. So King of Cups. This is a very, very deep connection. There is love, I think, from both sides of you guys. It's both of you feeling this mutual, and it's also based on a lot of respect and doing things right. Okay. It is the right love. It is the right amount of love. It's not too much sexual energy. It's not too much just platonic. It's not too traditional. It's not too open. It's just like the perfect combination of love that you would want. Now, what this one also has is sometimes the King of Cups is, although they feel very deeply, they can hide it as well. So let's find out if there is anything hidden there, or if there's anything that's being in withholding. So the King of Cups can also be notoriously cold on the outside, despite the fact that he is the deepest feeling of all. He could also be very cold. All right, but just rest assured that the feelings are there. Okay, so Judgment is where you are in this connection. Okay, so I think like some of this has to do, I think, for you, especially if this is not something that you are showing in the open right now, or it could be that you're kind of a little bit concerned or a little bit worried about judgment. And basically what that means is like, you want to have like the freedom to explore this love with this person freely and not worry about anything else from your past or anybody else being around. Like maybe it's kind of like pile number 1 for pile 2 right now. It seems like there could be something that's kind of, there's a hesitation on your part. And the Judgment card is not always just about judgment and feeling like, oh my gosh, people are going to think this of me. It can also be a good timing thing. Like, are you ready for this? Are you ready to start this journey here? Okay. It's not just about you. And I think that you're realizing that you're dragging other people into this. And by dragging, it could be like if you have kids or you're basically opening the door. If you go ahead with this connection, you're opening the door for other people to come in to your life. It could be, I'm also, for some of you guys, getting a feeling of maybe you are going to be the stepfather, stepmother, or, like you're kind of trying to put yourself in that kind of a position. And it's a big jump. It's a big responsibility. And I think that you're taking it very, very seriously. Okay. I'm getting the feeling for some of you that it's got to do something with that. And I feel like there's possibly kids involved. And because of that, you're both. And I feel like your person is there too. And I'll tell you why in a minute. You're just not jumping into this. So you may have the King of Cups energy here. And actually, I think it's a blessing that you do. So I think it's great that this is the card that is kind of signifying where you guys are in this connection right now at the moment. Your person is in the Hanged Man position, which means that they are trying to figure things out. They are trying to find a way, I think, to make this happen. And they can also be trying to justify it. You may have the Judgment card, but on their side of things, they're also trying to justify going through with this connection, having the being very well aware. I think just trying to find awareness of what could happen in the future. All right. I think that there's a lot of things that you guys have to think about before you can jump into this. And it's funny because I just now looked at the obstacle. I wasn't looking too much, although I did say it at the beginning. The obstacle here is the devil. Okay. So there is a hesitation, and I can feel it very much from your Judgment and their Hanged Man, that the obstacle is the devil. There is something that is I can't say that it's brewing or it's going to explode or anything like that, but I think that there could be a potential for something to go wrong. And it could simply be somebody disagreeing, somebody coming out of the woodworks and maybe causing some issues. It could also be for some of you guys getting rid of some exes or people around you. Like maybe you guys are not totally, one or both of you haven't totally given up on a different relationship. Like maybe there is kind of somebody else lingering about and you need to try to get rid of them. I think it's different for different people, like for pile 2. So some of you guys, I think, might be dealing with, having to try to decide if you want to be a stepmom, stepdad to their kids. And maybe it's not a very easy situation to walk into in that position. They could also be thinking about the same thing. Maybe some of you guys have a very bad past or very bad history in a relationship, and it's kind of hard for you guys to get past that. Maybe you guys still have some demons that you need to work on. So the obstacle, it could be one or both of you guys that just have not let go of something. Maybe some of you are struggling with addiction or struggling with, alcoholism or something like that. And that is what's keeping you guys from coming together the way you might want to. Or the other person's wondering if that's going to be a problem in the future. So you're just unsure. It could simply be just bad energy coming in from other people that can cause problems in this connection with you guys. Okay, so the devil is there, and it's the devil's about, it could be gossip, things like that too. Okay, so I think both of you guys are being very smart because it looks like in different ways you are both putting a lot of consideration into, having this King of Cups come out in the open. And I could see why the King of Cups is a little restrained at this point to make things go to a higher level. Okay, like a bigger commitment between the two of you. The best approach right now, you got the Wheel of Fortune, which is a very fortunate card to get in this situation too. The best approach, I think, is to just let things, this is an inevitable, it's inevitable. Okay. So I think your connection was meant to be. And with this Wheel of Fortune, the best approach, I think, is just to kind of wait, sit tight until the opportunity presents itself for you guys to move forward. Okay. So with that Wheel of Fortune, I think that what it's saying is that right now you have things working positively toward you. And as long as I think that you guys are really taking this approach seriously and trying to take care of the things that, in the background, everyone's in the background working their own side of things, trying to clear things up, clear the road, so that you guys, when it's time and the Wheel of Fortune finally lands on it's your turn now. Go ahead, take the step forward, that the road is cleared. Okay, so I'm getting sit tight, let things work themselves out, because this connection is inevitable. It will happen. Okay, but if you want the best possible outcome, these demons, the devil card needs to be taken care of. And I feel like by just doing the right thing on both your parts and just giving it some time, it'll work itself out. Your future is beautiful. You do have the Two of Cups. This is the card of love, card of soulmates, card of marriage. And I see pile 2, things going very well for you. And because this is an inevitable connection, I feel like as long as you guys take care of these demons, this here is in your future. Possibly marriage or just a long-term commitment, a beautiful commitment. All right. So that is what I have for you, pile 2. I am going to move on to pile 3. So let's start pile number 3 right now. All right, let me scoot this over. Oops. Okay. All right, pile number 3. You are the orange selenite and the legacy of the divine tarot. Let me go ahead and give this card a good shuffle. Pile number 3. Pile 1 and 2, I think, have a pretty good energy flowing there. All right, pile number 3. Let's see what you have going on. All right, it's been a while since I've used these 2, so I want to make sure they get warmed up here, sparked. Okay. Good deal. Here we go. All right, so pile number 3 right now. I may have to adjust this again because these are bigger cards. Right now, you, them, the obstacle, and you got pages. The best approach, and the possible future. All right, so let's scoop these in just a little bit. All right, let me put this away. Here we have, oh, finally my cat moved, I can get comfortable. All right, right now, this is where you are, the Page of Cups. I feel like pile number 3, for most of you guys, this is a new connection. This is either they haven't declared it yet, or they just barely declared it, or you just learned about their feelings, okay? They have, I think, a very strong connection to you. They are really attracted to you, but it is fairly new, or you just found out about it just recently, okay? But they are feeling like they want to get to know you, okay? And if you haven't heard from your person, and you each know where you are with this person, you will soon, okay? They will come to you. I think this person, the way they're going to approach you also is going to be in a way that's not very direct. They could also be maybe just flirt with you a little bit, and they want you to know. So the pages are messenger cards, and they're very not immature. I mean, they could be immature as in like a person being immature, but it's also like the beginning stages. Like maybe they're very unsure how to approach you. They haven't done a lot to show you how they feel, but they want to, things like that. So when they do approach you, I think it's going to be more in a playful way. Maybe they're going to joke around with you, you know, to break the ice. Like, I just don't think that they know exactly how to do it. They're not sure how to do this. Okay. So keep that in mind when your person of interest is showing a little bit more interest in you, because I think that's the message. They're trying to tell you how they feel. Okay, so that is the Page of Cups as where things are right now. You over here, pile number 3, you have the 4 of Coins, which is the 4 of Pentacles. And as you can see by the look on this man's face, I don't think that you're basically making it very easy for this person to approach you, pile 3. Or it's how they perceive you. They perceive you as very closed off, and maybe like you're not really letting them know how you're feeling about them. You're just kind of waiting around. And it could be, pile number 3, because you're unsure as to how they feel. So you're not really wanting to make the first move. You kind of want them to make the first move instead. And so that's kind of where we are. Okay. You're just kind of waiting around for them to do something. I think they're just kind of gathering their courage to do it. And they're trying to feel you out. I think they're trying to feel you out, but they're not getting a lot from you. And if you are trying to send out vibes, pile 3, they're not picking up on them. Okay, so they're kind of seeing you as somebody who's just kind of keeping things to themselves. And you probably are keeping some of your feelings, your thoughts, and your desires to yourself. And it could be the same exact reason. You're not sure how they feel either. Okay. How they are feeling right now. So they have the 7 of Coins. Each of you guys are in coin mode, which means you are not feeling as secure in this connection. You really both want to know for sure before making a move. Okay, you need to feel secure. You need to feel safe. You need to feel like you just need to see a sign, and you just don't like to jump in and just take a chance like that. They are with the 7 of Coins. The 7 of Coins is about nurturing. It's about waiting for things to happen, waiting around, things coming into fruition. Now, because of the 7 of Coins, I feel like this person possibly has tried in the past to plant some seeds somehow, or they pre-think of their approaches. Maybe you run into them. Maybe if you work with them, you might run into them at work. And it's because they have pre-planned on this, on being there. They may also be planning. It's about making plans. Right now, they're planning. They're in the stages of planning on how they're going to approach you, how they're going to let you know how they're feeling. And it's all about creating the best plan. Okay. I feel like this person has really felt strongly about you for a while. They've just, trying to feel more confident, more positive that you would be willing and open to dating them is what's on the table here. And it looks like you're feeling the same way too. Like both of you just want a sign from the other. And I don't think either one of you guys are directly doing it. I think this person is planning. They are definitely wanting to proceed, and you will be receiving the message here very soon with this Page of Cups. Okay. We also have another page as your obstacle, and this one is the Page of Wands. Okay. And the Page of Wands is also young, and it's a new energy, and they're also messengers. Okay. So what I'm getting, you have 2 wands, you have, two pages. I think their approach right now is really dependent on their confidence level. And the Page of Wands is a very confident person, but when it's more in an unhealthy part of their lives, when they're in a hard situation, they can lose their confidence. They have a great desire to say something to you. That is for sure. You have both the pages that represent passion and emotions and love and desire and lust. They're just, I think, feeling a bit, a little lost. And I think they're just lacking the confidence. And I think because that is an obstacle, you will have to do something to show them that you're interested. I don't think, pile 3, that this person They may take a long time, and they may take their sweet time to approach you. I'm not getting anything immediate, but they're planning it. You know, you do have the 7 of Pentacles here, so it looks like they are planning to do it. But if you want to speed things up, if you want things to, I think, to happen a little bit faster and be more positive, that they're going to come around, I think you're going to have to, the best approach right here, you do have the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups is about wish fulfillment. It's about immediate gratification. So if you do show a little bit of interest, maybe just crack a window, crack the door open for them, they may, I think, approach a little bit quicker. It is the wish fulfillment card. It is instant gratification. And it's also it's a joyous card. It's a very fun card. But in this case, I feel like just show them that they are welcome, that you're welcoming them. In the traditional tarot, it shows a man sitting with a bunch of golden cups above his head. Just show them that you're happy to welcome them in, and basically be like a wish fulfillment. Show them that you are interested as well, and you know they are your wish as you are theirs. Okay, so just be open and happy and jovial, and be accepting. And it could also mean that you may have to do the first move in this case, or just be subtle, like give them a little bit of a subtle hint, but a little bit more than subtle. I take that back, because you've had this 4 of coins, and this is where you've been for such a long time, that maybe subtle, be a little bit more than subtle. You don't have to be in their face about it, but be a little bit more than subtle. All right. And then the future. And I think the future here is based more on the possibility of things happening. Is you have the Hanging Man. And I think the future, really what it's saying is that you are going to have to make the first move. The future is you guys will have an opportunity to be together. But it's, they're going to make the first move. They want to make their planning. You're going to have to just kind of take control of it and see how you can make this happen. If you have your pride and you don't want to be the one out there, especially if you're female, I know females sometimes like the chase. They don't want to be the one to get out there, but you may have to. All right. So I think that you're going to find this connection to be interesting. I honestly, pile number 3, I am not seeing any long-term with this person. It's just more of having fun. I think you guys might maybe date, and you might end up more or less friends in the end with the Hanging Man. I'm not seeing love necessarily, but I am seeing a lot of interest and a lot of emotional connection. And possibly it might lead to just being friends, or I don't want to say a fling, but like a nice time. Like you guys may have more of a short but fun, no feelings hurt type of connection with this person. I am just pile 3. I'm sorry, but I'm not seeing anything long term. This just seems like a fun time. That's what I'm seeing, pile 3. All right. Thank you for visiting my channel, Miami Star Tarot, and please leave me a comment, feedback, subscribe to my channel. I would love some feedback. Thank you, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.